All right, everybody, welcome back to the Spread the Positive podcast and Every Chance We Get show. Today, I got two of my favorite people on the planet, people that I spend way too much time with, but my good friend Richard Fleek and George Simpson. How are y'all?
Howdy.
Howdy.
What's up?
Doing great.
Good to see you.
Awesome. So we got some exciting news. Richard's been talking about this project for a long time, something he's called Minutes Wisely.
Yes.
And he just got some official paperwork saying that you're a 501c3 nonprofit.
I am. I got it on Friday, and as it turns out, I got it on the 25th anniversary of my mother's passing.
Wow.
And so
wow.
I always tell myself every morning when I get up for work, when I put my work boots on, I'm always looking in the mirror saying, what can I do today to honor my mom's memory? And her passion was always to give.
Yeah.
I've seen her do some amazing things. So I've always strived to walk in her shadows.
That's awesome.
So
man.
it was pretty amazing to get those papers on
the 25th anniversary. Wow. That is special, man. Talk about full circle. And let's just dive into all things Minutes Wisely. Cause I mean, that's what we're here to announce, and just kind of wanted to talk about how y'all partnered up, how y'all are working together on this, and just some of the other projects y'all are working on to spread the positive, really. So shouts to y'all.
I'll go over the concept real quick. Minutes Wisely is a play on a quote. It's minutes are worth more than money, so spend your minutes wisely.
There you go.
And so I feel like what we do, I think that fit perfectly.
Yeah.
So I've been doing community service and volunteering for probably close to 25 years, for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's always been in like the veteran realm. I served the United States Navy in the mid 80s. And when I got out of the Navy, I struggled a little bit acclimating myself back into the civilian life. And I found a group called the American Legion, and they helped me tremendously and mentored me. And in turn, I've been doing the same for these kids that are coming home today.
That's awesome.
And and now I'm the commander of the local VFW here in Murfreesboro. And
12206.
12206.
Yes, sir.
So
they're a underwriter for the network. So thank you. Thank you to y'all. Yeah, big shouts to Andrew and the whole team over there.
Yes. So I started a podcast 4th of July weekend, actually, and the podcast started picking up steam, and it started making a few bucks through Patreon. And I always felt like I didn't want to make money off of this, because what I do is myself and Andrew Farr, my co-host, who is a Marine with a Purple Heart, he's got a couple combat tours. I don't have any combat tours. So I really look up to these guys. So what we do is we sit down and we talk to veterans and get their stories, their life story before, during, and after the war. And when this thing starts making money, I felt like I was like, I don't want to profit from these guys' stories.
Right.
So I always wanted to do a nonprofit. So I was like, hey, now's the time to do a nonprofit. I'm going to take this and turn it into a nonprofit. And just about the same time, I came up with this great idea. I called my buddy George here, and I was like, hey, you want to do a podcast and just talk about sports?
Yes.
And he was like, man, that's a great idea. So I texted my buddy Paulie, who I served in the Navy with, and he was like, that's a great idea. And George actually is the one that came up the name,
nice.
The Nosebleeds Report.
That's perfect.
So there's
the total opposite of the sideline report.
Yeah.
We're up in the clouds. I mean, we can't even see what's going on. I think it was a fumble.
That's great.
Yeah. So there's 4 of us on that podcast, and the Scuttlebutt, there's 2 of us. So on the Nosebleeds, it's myself, George, Paul Freeman, and John Evans.
Nice.
And we talk like we know what we're talking about, but we do not.
Yeah.
We talk like we're sitting in the nosebleed section.
That's awesome.
So,
right where the PBR is $1.50.
Correct.
That's what I'd like to be.
Where the nonprofit comes in, Minutes Wisely is like the umbrella for the 2 podcasts. So all the funds that come in for the sports podcast, we are going to sponsor and help youth sports. So
yes, man, love that.
And the Scuttlebutt, that's going those funds are going to go to help veteran causes, and my goal is to raise American flagpoles in veterans yards, give them their due.
That's cool.
So cool.
So we have youth sports, where the future of this country, and then we have the veterans are what made this country what they are today. So it's like
Man,
it all comes
again,
together.
full circle.
Full-fledged, right, Trent?
Fully turnkey and full. Nah, that's awesome. G, talk to us about some of your. I mean, we've all coached together, so the youth sports that obviously strikes a chord with me and all the stuff that y'all are doing. So speak on that some and just kind of how that came about and what y'all are ultimately hoping to do.
Well, we think we act like we know what we're talking about, but I think the Nosebleeds title is appropriate.
Right.
And it was really, really cool to be invited to do something like that where it would benefit something that I'm passionate about. And, all three of us have actually coached together for the local Murfreesboro Little League, which is a division in Little League International. And they've got a great program there, and it's growing. I went to a meeting the other day in preparation for spring ball, and man, there was, at least 75 to 100 people there volunteering to coach. So it's a sign that the participation is getting bigger, and it's gaining a lot of popularity. And it's in a division or region of Little League International where every 3 years they average a Little League team to make an appearance in Williamsport, which is popular for the Little League World Series every year on TV, which is really cool. So we're in a very competitive division, and the way Murfreesboro is growing,
it's got heated a couple times.
Yeah,
it's fun though.
But the way it's growing, there's an opportunity for Murfreesboro perhaps one day to be in Williamsport and to compete for a title on television. That would be really, really cool. So there's big ambitions there in that league, but there's also a need for participants who, may not be as fortunate with expendable income and things like that. But we still want the kids to participate. And so with Richard's idea of doing this nonprofit to, raise money for folks like that is really, really cool. And we've been able to do that for a couple of players over the years. But to bring it out to the community, to let the community know there is a need there. It's really cool.
Absolutely. Two great examples of all things going right. So, everything spread the positive. I love it, man. I'm pumped for the new endeavors. Just kind of, it's really just taking it to that next level, right? Just kind of the officialness of it all, right?
Yes.
That's super exciting, man. So minutes wisely, you can support veterans, youth sports, Scuttlebutt Pod, Nosebleed Pod, all the things, right?
Yes.
Sweet.
And just so you know, we are the Murfreesboro Little League is preparing their board of directors and executive leaders met with volunteer coaches the other day, to get ready for the year. And there are some needs for sponsorships of teams, and the coaches who volunteer are responsible for going out and recruiting a sponsorship for each team. It's $250. The Nosebleeds, I know, is working on getting one put together, but if there's anyone out there watching that wants to represent one of the teams at the local Little League, we would appreciate your help.
That's awesome.
Yes. Also, if you have any fundraiser ideas for us, we'd be happy to listen to you.
All right, cool. Nice. That's really cool. So I don't even know what we're coaching this year. What are we coaching?
Well, I was kind of torn because we've done Coach Pitch Major, which is 7 and 8s, and Trent is our designated pitcher and does really good. I can't do it. I would get too nervous and would probably hit our batter hoping we'd get on base or something, and that's not how it works.
I've done that a time or two, not intentionally.
And then I've also coached Kid Pitch Major in the fall league, but I suspect we'll probably be back at Coach Pitch 7-8.
Sweet.
Yep.
Here for it.
Yep. And I'm wearing my Sox hat from the team that I coached in the fall.
Okay.
And so we're also known as the Angels in Coach Pitch too. So
some good times, man. Some really good times with the Angels over the years. We've had some special moments for sure. Never forget that first time. First time I walked up to a practice and we had a little girl that was crying, and George says, "Hey, what's wrong? What's wrong?" And she's like, "I've never played baseball before." And George is like, hey, that's okay. Hey, Angels, how many of y'all? Is this your first time playing baseball? And the whole team raised their hand.
We had 11 kids on the roster. 9 of them raised their hand. I said, this is going to be a long year.
Classic, man. Oh man, but hey, we came with it though.
Oh,
We
it's
stuck
great.
with it, and some really great improvement over the years, and it's just been a really fun thing to be a part of. And I know we can all speak to just what youth sports has done for all of us over the years. It's something that I can literally go back to specific moments on a little league field or playing basketball or even just pickup games in the neighborhood. And you just remember those moments when you're on a team, you got that common goal, you're trying to do something special. So I mean, youth sports is everything. And I think it's really awesome that y'all are, again, y'all have done a lot of this stuff on the low, just doing it out of the kindness of your heart. Not that, that's still going to happen. I know that, but it's really cool to just kind of have a new outlet in a way to just kind of, again, take it to that next level to be able to provide that at a larger scale. So, man, I'm fired up for you.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about it.
I know it sounds silly, but on game days, I promise you, I wake up, I got butterflies. It's all I think about all day. I'm like, can't we just play this game?
Same.
It's Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. I'm pretty sure the kids are at school right now. So. But it's so silly. And my wife helps. She's the team mom, and kind of to give you guys an idea, Trent's the pitcher, and Richard coaches first base. I do the head coaching, but also do the third base coaching. But you could just tell just by us, our group on game day, just how much excitement there is building up to it. And you can tell when Jamie wakes up, she knows it's game day. I know it's game day. And
locked in.
Yeah. Just
locked in from the jump.
Yeah. And there's nothing better when you show up to the field too, and nobody has played it yet. So it was all nice and groomed.
Yeah.
The sun,
white lines.
the sun is setting, the lights are coming on. It's just pristine, man.
If you build it, you will call it.
It's so true. It's so true. Man, so I know you kind of plugged Little League stuff. How can people support Scuttlebutt and VFW and all the stuff you got with that?
Yeah, so just we're on social media. The Scuttlebutt's on social media. The Nosebleeds Report's on social media. Just get the word out. Listen to us. There's links for where you can donate. You can find that on our Facebook pages, and soon there will be, Instagram and all that stuff. But now that we're, I really haven't pushed it that much. But now that it's an official 501c3 as of Friday,
yes,
it will we'll start pushing more for donations.
Yeah,
and other fundraisers too. I don't expect people just to write us checks. I'm good with working for it.
Yeah, right. I feel that.
And there's all kinds of events, not just Little League baseball, that will happen during the year. And to those who are watching or listening, if you know of a need for some sort of Little League sport, please reach out to us. We'd be happy to see what we can do to help out. Yeah.
We just picked the Little League because, for one, it's coming up right around the corner, and for two, like George said, it only costs $250 to sponsor a team. So I figured we're going to start small.
Yep.
But I could see this thing growing. We're getting a lot of good feedback, and also Murfreesboro just announced that they're getting a just big monster, largest in the world,
$350 million project.
Awesome.
Yeah,
biggest,
so awesome.
Yeah, the biggest park on the planet.
Yeah.
So there's going to be. I think we're hitting the full
spot.
running here, right here at the perfect time. So
it's awesome, really, really awesome. So is the Patreon Minutes Wisely now, or will that be?
So I haven't decided. I think I'm going to do that just so to alleviate the confusion. Right now, the Patreon is under the Scuttlebutt, but I'm going to move that and put both of them under one.
That's cool. Okay,
that way it'd be a lot easier for my CPA to figure out all that.
Shouts to TH&W.
Yes,
Kevin Sizemore.
Man, what a legend that guy is. Love Kevin Sizemore.
Yeah, when I sat down with him, he says, "Okay, in order to do this by law, you have to have a board of directors." He says, "Are you married?" I said, "Yes." And he goes, "Okay,
2/3
perfect.
of the way there."
Yeah.
There's the president.
There's your secretary. And he says, "Well, George sent you to me, so I'll make him do the VP." And I was like, so I called George up. I said, "Hey, you want to be a VP of a nonprofit?" And he said, "No, I want to be the president."
I'm the founder or nothing. Sounds like George in the most sarcastic way possible. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, that's really exciting, guys. I'm pumped for you. Anything we can do, obviously, we're here to help and want to be involved in all the events, all the fundraising, and just living it out too. I think that's what's really, just it's all fun and games, and it's all great to set these things up. But when you're really walking your talk, it's something to celebrate. So, shouts to both of y'all. Grateful to call your friends, grateful to be a part of this stuff, man. It's
you too, TD.
Yeah, man.
You're a big part of this too, man.
Yeah, you're a huge part of this because if it wasn't for you, I never would have started a podcast in the first place. And now within 6 months, I have 2 of them, and it's all because I see what you do. So I'm like, hell yeah, let's do this.
Right? Yeah, man. I appreciate that. It's really fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
this whole
great.
podcasting thing is a really fun thing. Well, anything else that we can cover? I don't want to. I know G's on a tight schedule here, and I just wanted to, make sure we get everything in. But Minutes Wisely, it's official, man. 25 years, all the sentimentals with that, man. I'm just. I remember some of our earliest conversations, you talking about Minutes Wisely and just your dreams for this stuff, man. So it's really cool to see it come to fruition and be a reality. So I'm pumped to see. I'm pumped for the future, man. Pumped for all that's yet to come.
Yeah, we want you on the Nosebleeds report.
Man, I'm in. I mean, we do it every week. It's like we might as well record it sometime.
Right now, we're just talking about playoff football.
We could talk about how the Panthers didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Or the
quarterback issue.
Yeah, we got quite a few really depressing things to talk about in Panthers land. But
we're going to talk about golf too. So
there we go.
So we'll rely on you heavily for that. Or we're going to talk about just as the season's goal. We're just
ESPN Ocha.
Yeah, we're going to follow. We're going to follow it.
Axe throwing and.
I mean, hey, the sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. We have connections with wrestling coaches and track coaches and KJ coaches over at Webb. So
volleyball and track and field and all the things, man.
Yeah.
Big things on deck. Big things, man. Well, I appreciate you both. Love you all a lot. I appreciate the time today. And we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Peace.
Oh no.